Hey everyone, my name is Troy from TechGamesEtc, and I gotta talk about Sony's conference for E3 2014. I walked away from this conference thinking like Sony showed a lot of stuff, with new products, services, games, but I walked away from this saying to myself, well, Sony did show a lot of stuff, but the conference to me still feels bland a little bit. It really did. Like, they made some big announcements. For instance, they showed Uncharted at the end of the conference. They talked about new services with the PlayStation, what was it, PlayStation Now it's called? Where it requires may not require a console to play. You just need a DualShock controller and a Sony brand television. But they showed a lot of stuff dealing with like new betas with Destiny. Like, let's just go down the list of what they showed. Destiny, Destiny PS4 White Bundle, The Order 1866, Entwine, which is an indie game, Second Son DLC, First Light, Little Big Planet 3, Bloodborne, Far Cry 4, Dead Island 2, Diablo 3 with The Last of Us, inspired monsters in it, BF4 Hardline, Disney exclusives dealing with what is it? Disney Infinity, Magica 2, Grim Fandango, indie games, like indie game trailers they showed, Let It Die, Abzu, No Man's Sky, which is another indie game, Project Morpheus, which is the visor, like the Oculus Rift, PS2 services, like you can upload to YouTube, collaborations with Twitch and Ustream, free-to-play titles, also, PS Now, The Last of Us Remastered, Phantom Pain, GTA 5, Batman Arkham Knight, Ratchet and Clank movie, Powers TV series, MK10, Mortal Kombat 10, PS TV, PlayStation TV. This conference was robust to me. Like, it was robust, but it still felt bland to me because, like, Sony gets criticized for being like indie game station. Like, they showed The Order, which was cool, which was dealing with the werewolves and things like that. But as far as I am concerned, if a single player does not have multiplayer, it's not relevant to me. It really isn't. I mean, The Order did look good. I'm not going to lie. What they showed, the in-game footage, was really good. But they stuck with, it feels like Sony is relying on indie games. Sony is relying on old library stuff like GTA 5, The Last of Us Remastered, PlayStation Now, having a collection library of old PlayStation titles. And that's what plagues Sony, in my opinion. Like, they did show Uncharted 4. Am I excited about? I want, like, a new IP. I want something where it's like something. I want a new title. If they would have showed The Last Guardian, something where it was like Sony needs to just step up with like new AAA titles, new franchises, new IPs. The Order, like I said, it's all right, but I'm gonna buy it when it's discounted to a fair price, like $20 or something. But Sony is just missing the ball a little bit. I walked away from this conference. Yeah, they dropped some bombs a little bit. I like how they integrating PS Now with TVs and how the PlayStation TV and all this other stuff. I did like certain things where I was like, okay, that does sound cool, but I still walked away unfulfilled. Completely unfulfilled. Sony relies way too much on old stuff. They rely, it's like they consider themselves next gen, but they're relying so much on last gen. They're relying so much on indie games. Like, I do want to play Broforce. That looks fun. That looks good. But if I was still not a Sony PS4 owner, I still don't see anything that says I need this console right now because it's taking me into the future. And that's where Sony is really messing up at. But they still selling consoles. They're still a popular console. But maybe I'm just the only one that feels that way. I mean, I give Sony credit when credit is due, but I walked away just not feeling fulfilled. And I don't know what it would take. I think I just mentioned what it would take. Yeah, it would take like something new IP, AAA, new IP that's just something more than the order. That's all they really have if you think about it, because most of what they showed is either going to be on Xbox One or an indie game. And would you honestly buy an indie game, buy a brand new $400 console for an indie game? No, $300 console. Yeah, $300 console. Is it $400, $300? I can't remember how much I paid for it. But y'all get the idea of what I'm saying, right? So let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about this conference? Was it something that met your expectation? Did you walk away from... But another thing, I'm excited for Batman Arkham Knights, but they need to start relying on new villains. I'm tired of them using Scarecrow, Penguin, Harley Quinn. I want some new, fresh enemies. Like, I just realized that watching the Batman, now the main character is Scarecrow. But we had Scarecrow in what, Arkham Asylum? So it's like, yeah. Next gen is not what it's cracked up to be. Maybe I'm the only one that sees that, but it's just not, it's not cracked up like, anyway, just let me know in the comment section, what do y'all think? And if you like this video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. And I'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.